What is up, Sexy Beast? Crazy Rabbit here, and today we're going to be doing the top 5 best killing wonder weapons, and what I mean by that is whichever weapons can kill the most zombies on any round is going to be the winner, so let's go ahead and get the shit started. So we have a couple rules for this list. Number 1, the weapon has to do an infinite amount of damage and must be able to kill zombies on any round. So weapons like the Liquefier, Blundergat, Ray Gun Mark II, Ray Gun Mark III, Scavenger, those weapons will not be on this list. Number 2, we're not going to be considering Gobblegum or anything like that because it really wouldn't be fair, because then this list would just be entirely Black Ops 3 wonder weapons. And lastly, we're not going to be considering specialist weapons or secondary grenades or anything like that. Strictly just primary weapons, and whichever ones can kill the most zombies is going to be the winner. So let's go ahead and get on to number 5. So taking the number 5 spot is going to be the Thunder Gun, or an upgraded to the Zeus Cannon. It's going to hold 24 in stock and 4 in the magazine circular drum thingy, whatever the fuck this thing has. And if we do a little bit of ghetto math, it's going to roughly be able to kill 672 zombies in total, which is a lot of zombies. I would say like the average amount of kills with every single wonder weapon and specialist weapon and everything like that would roughly be around like 300. So the Thunder Gun being able to kill literally double that is really, really powerful. Now granted, that average is kind of low because a lot of wonder weapons don't do an infinite amount of damage, but still the Thunder Gun is a fantastic wonder weapon. It's going to be able to kill anything in front of you in an instant. And thank God with Black Ops 3 they allowed a Thunder Gun to create drops, because back in the day in Kino and Ascension, it was just a huge pain in the ass to go to high rounds, because eventually with Ascension you have to actually keep some Thunder Gun ammo for the monkeys, and that's just a huge pain in the ass running from trap to trap. And with Kino, it's a little bit easier because the traps are kind of close together, and dogs are a little bit more easy to deal with, but it was still a huge pain in the ass just to run from trap to trap. Nowadays we have Gobblegums and everything else, so it's a little bit easier and less tedious, so I'm just really happy that they actually allowed a Thunder Gun to create drops. So taking the number 4 spot is going to be the Ice Staff. So the Ice Staff is going to carry, I believe, 90 in stock and 9 in the crystal, or whatever the fuck this thing has, magazine, clip, whatever you want to call it. And if you actually charge it to use up 3 crystal ice shards, whatever the fuck they're called, if you actually charge 3 ammos, you're going to be able to kill an entire group of 24, and you're going to be able to roughly get around 792 kills, which is just over 100 more than the Thunder Gun. Now the reason the other staffs aren't on this list is because 1, the Fire Staff will glitch your game out on high rounds, and it's very, very dangerous to use like past rounds 60, 70. 2, the Wind Staff doesn't carry enough ammo to compete with the Ice Staff. And 3, the Lightning Staff sucks huge ass. It stops working on like round 30 to 40, and eventually on high rounds it just doesn't even do anything. So that's why out of all the staffs, I definitely went with the Ice Staff. It's the best one for high rounds. Now I'm pretty sure there used to be a glitch to where the Ice Staff like stopped working on like round 120 or something. That is a glitch, it's not supposed to happen, and I think it's patched, or I think there's a way around it. So if you can actually get to a high enough round on Origins, it shouldn't affect you. And in general, the Ice Staff is a really safe wonder weapon, and what I mean by that is, as soon as you use it, you're basically fucking set. The Panzer isn't going to be able to get to you, the zombies aren't going to be able to get to you. As long as you stay inside that blizzard, you're safe. You can create drops, you're going to be able to camp your ass off in a corner, I would say up until like the 50s or 60s. This weapon is definitely a campity camp wonder weapon. And the lazy part of me absolutely loves that. Sometimes I don't feel like actually trying to get die rounds, I just want to go sit my ass in the corner. And the zombie part of me is like, this is fucking retarded, why am I sitting in a corner? So I'm kind of torn between the two. But still, putting all that aside, the Ice Staff can kill a fuck ton of zombies, so that's why it's at number 4. Alright, taking the number 3 spot is going to be the Wave Gun. So I did a little bit of ghetto math, and I kind of roughly guesstimated that the Wave Gun will get around 870 kills, because it'll be able to kill 24 with the actual Wave Gun shot, and if you actually turn into the Zap Guns, I think it can kill like 148 zombies, because each Zap Gun shot can kill 1 zombie. So roughly around 870 zombies, which is of course a little bit more than the Ice Staff and a lot more than the Thunder Gun. But the only downside of this wonder weapon is it does not create drops. They didn't bring it back in Black Ops 3 and give it the magical ability to create drops. It was only in Moon and in that one Black Ops 3 multiplayer map on the wall, like the diagram of it was. So if you want to count that, you can count that. But the actual usable wonder weapon was only ever in Moon, and it did not create drops, which made going for high rounds on Moon a huge pain in the ass, especially with that fucking astronaut and those excavators just coming in to ruin your day. But I still love Moon, it's definitely one of my favorite maps. But I really just wish that Wave Gun created fucking drops, man. It would just make my life so much easier when I want to go to high rounds in Moon. But putting all that bullshit aside, the Wave Gun can still kill a lot of zombies and is definitely one of the best wonder weapons. My only complaint is sometimes when you actually shoot into a horde, you're not going to kill that entire train of 24. One zombie will kind of slither his way through and actually come up and try to bitch slap you, then all you have to do is like switch weapons or just shoot again to kill him. But the Wave Gun is still one of my favorite wonder weapons and is definitely one of the most powerful ones. Alright, and taking the number 2 spot is going to be all of the bows. Now you might be wondering, Rabbit, why the fuck are all the bows on here and not all the staves? Well, that's because all of the bows carry the same amount of ammo and can kill the same amount of zombies, unlike all of the staves, which don't carry the same amount of ammo and cannot kill the same amount of zombies. So that's why I just decided to put all of the bows on here together, because they're all going to be able to kill roughly around, I think, 888 zombies is what I wrote down. I have fucking like 3rd grader handwriting and I can't really read what I wrote down, but I'm pretty sure that says 888. So that's just a little bit more than the wave gun, and the bows can actually create drops, and you have 4 of them, which in total is a lot more kills. So technically these things should be number 1, but we're really not going to be considering them as a group. We're kind of just going to be considering them one by one, because if we kind of consider them as a group, of course this would be number 1, and then the staves would be number 2. And I really don't think that's fair, so you can kind of just pick whichever bow you like the best, and that one's at number 2. Alright, and taking the number 1 spot is going to be the JGB-215, or the Baby Maker, or the Shrink Ray, whatever the fuck you want to call it, or when upgraded to the Fractionalizer, which is going to carry 40 in stock and 8 in the magazine. And basically what this thing does is shrinks down the zombies for a certain amount of time, so when you fully upgrade it, it's going to shrink down the zombies for 15 seconds, and they are a one-hit, one-kill. You can run through them, throw a Semtex, shoot them with any other weapon, and they're going to immediately die. Now, the shrunk zombies can still actually hit you, and I believe if they hit you like 15 or 20 times like that, you will eventually go down. And when you actually have the Fractionalizer, they only stay shrunk for 15 seconds, but you do have a potential to kill, I believe, like 1,152 zombies, which is a lot of fucking zombies. And especially just for one wonder weapon that doesn't have like any lingering effects or anything like that. So it's not like some of the bows or the ice staff or anything. Basically, once you shoot it, the zombies get shrunk down, you just run through that little horde, and you kill everything in your path. So when it comes to which wonder weapon can kill the most zombies at once, it's definitely going to be this one. This one can kill a fuck ton of zombies. Now granted, it is kind of dangerous to use because if you're running through those zombies, you're still going to get hit by them. And you also have to have a means of killing them. You can either run through it, or you have to have a grenade, or you have to have another weapon. But when it comes to just how many zombies these weapons can kill, the Shrink Ray is definitely going to reign supreme and going to be number 1. So I'm very curious to know, out of all the wonder weapons on this list, which one would you guys take to high rounds? So if you guys could, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Peace!